Hello, my friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rosangel, and I love all things cooking, entertaining, enjoying some good wine, and of course, good vibe. So, if this is your kind of content, you are in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to prepare a delicious pork loin. In my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to share a few recipes before Thanksgiving. Now, I've said this before, I'm not a turkey person, but there are so many other great dishes you can make for the holidays. So today, we're making this flavorful, juicy pork loin, super easy, and if you ask me, very budget friendly, especially with the high food prices lately. I'll be pairing it with mashed potato, Puerto Rican style, of course, and some green beans. Now, I'm not really a veggie person, but I am going to prepare these so delicious and flavorful. My friends, I pretty much eyeball everything. That's why I don't bake. Cooking for me isn't science. It's not a science experiment. Okay, I don't like the measuring and all that stuff. So I pretty much eyeball everything. So don't panic. I'm going to go ahead and I will add all the ingredients and follow along, my friends. So again, if you're new here, welcome and welcome to my family. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just clear everything up so we can get cooking. Now, my friends, before we start seasoning this beautiful piece of meat, we are going to make sure it is dry. Okay, so be patient, my friends, with this. I usually like to let it sit for a few minutes before I start the seasoning process. I'm going to add a little bit of oil and then I'm going to add all my ingredients. And actually, we have some salt, we have pepper, we have oregano, we have some paprika, we also have garlic powder and onion powder. Okay, I also have on the side, I have some garlic and some lemon zest, which I am going to add at the end. And be generous with the seasoning. This is a big piece of pork. I am going to actually let this sit in the refrigerator for a good 25 minutes. I usually say the longer you let the meat rest with all these delicious ingredients, the better flavor. Now be very careful with the salt. I'm going to be preparing a nice sauce at the end. It's like a little gravy that's going to go over this pork. So, just make sure you season it well. Because my gravy is going to have some salt, I am actually being very careful with the salt. I'm going to rub some of this garlic and lemon zest. And let me tell you, this is key because it gives this pork such a delicious flavor. And I'm actually saving some on the side because I am going to sear the pork before we put it in the oven. And then when I put it in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and just pat some more. Now look how beautiful this looks. It's going to go in the refrigerator for a few minutes. And my friends, this is ready to go. I'm going to be adding some oil to my frying pan here. I'm not frying this, my friends. I am going to actually give it some color. So I'm going to pan sear this delicious pork loin. So I'm pretty much just going to brown it on all sides. And this is going to actually help seal all these juices. Oh my God. And this is really the trick. Okay, I like to give it on each side about 3 minutes. And when I say all sides, all sides. I'm going to be using this baking pan I have here. I'm going to just put a little bit of foil paper so it makes it easier, of course, for me to clean up at the end. So let's go ahead and pan sear this beautiful piece of pork on all sides. Again, at least 3 minutes on each side. Now look how pretty this looks already. Now this is ready to go in the oven, but before, I'm gonna add some of the garlic and the lemon zest on top. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour. This pork is about 4 pounds, so I think an hour will do. But use a meat thermometer and make sure you check your meat. It should be at 140. That's the perfect temperature for pork. Now I am going to be preparing some mashed potatoes, but this is not your regular mashed potatoes, my friend. These are Puerto Rican mashed potatoes. And I like to add eggs, lots of eggs. So just a little bit of salt, and we are going to mix this with mayo. Okay, so it's going to cool off for a little bit with the mayo and the eggs, and that's it. Now my green beans. Look at all these delicious flavor. I'm not a veggie person, but if we add all these delicious flavors, my friend, oh yes, this is going to taste so good. We have garlic, onions, bell peppers, a little salt and pepper, some red pepper flakes to give it that nice spiciness, and of course the lemon. So delicious and easy. Now I'm going to be preparing a simple sauce that you can use with anything and everything, even on rice. Yes, even on rice. Okay, so I'm using the same frying pan I use to brown my pork. I'm adding some garlic, some onion, and I'm gonna cook it down for a bit. Be careful with the garlic. We don't want to burn this garlic. I'm gonna be adding some heavy cream. To me, that's the easiest way to prepare any sauce. If you like doing that white flour process, go right ahead, my friends. I will skip that. So I'm adding some salt and pepper. Be very careful with the salt because you already seasoned your pork. So you gotta be careful with that. Okay. And just taste as you go. Now look at this beauty, my friends. So delicious, but it has to sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. I'm gonna cover it with foil paper and let it sit. This is key. Don't forget. Now I am not done with my sauce yet. I'm going to be adding some lemon. So it's going to give it that nice lemony zest. So good. And this is optional. You don't have to do this. I'm going to be adding, of course, a little bit of Parmesan cheese just to give it that thickness and that nice little flavor as well. And this is it, my friends. How easy it was at this. Well, my friends, that's it for today's video. I truly hope my videos inspire you to cook a little bit more, especially these days. Cooking at home can be easier on the pocket, better for the budget, and most importantly, for the family. I've said it before and I'll say it again, my friends. I love how food brings family and friends together. Cooking doesn't have to be complicated. Just have fun with it, and hey, if cooking isn't your thing, that's okay too. Grab something from the store or cater, whatever works for you. What really matters is taking the time to sit together, share a meal, and enjoy each other's company. This isn't something we should just save for the holidays. is something we should do with our loved ones all year long. Life is just better that way. That's just me, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I sure hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you guys don't miss out on videos. Until next time, cheers. Bye-bye.